What's up, guys? Oop, let me make sure this is... Hey! Alright. What's up, guys? I'm Jackal, and I am more drunk than I was last video. 2 days for you, about 15 minutes for me in between the videos. So, last time, we were in the marsh cave. We actually found the crown that we needed, but Delph and Gary got fucked up something fierce. So Jackal and Mage had to claw their way out with their own bare hands. And we did it. We got back here to the village. So let us resurrect our men here. Replenish on items. And I think we're going to go back and... Right. And then I think we're going to go back to the marsh cave and see if we can explore anything else. We'll check out those other branches over there that we didn't really get a chance to look at. And if I die at this point, it doesn't matter, because I will... God damn it. I will, in a few seconds, have saved. And all of that will not matter. Whoop, knocked over the bottle of alcohol. But that's why we got tops on. Oh, my legs hurt so much. Long work week. Had the most expensive, since for me it's Saturday. Yesterday, Friday, for me, I had the most expensive trip for a fucking lighter I've ever had in my life. Dropped a lighter in my girlfriend's car. Couldn't find it. So, right behind where the UPS branch that I work at, there is a BP gas station. And when I got out of work, I was like, maybe I'll just walk right over and get a lighter. But I decided not to, because I was lazy. Instead, I decided that I would just stop at one of the gas stations on the way home and just go that way. And my girlfriend's SUV has like those automatic locking doors when you put your car into drive. Well, my car was not in drive. Put it in park, went inside, got a lighter, got a bag of chips, left the gas station, and the car was locked. I ended up having to wait almost an hour and a half to get the car unlocked. Because, and I dropped my phone. That was nice. I ended up having to wait almost an hour and a half to get that thing unlocked, because there's no spare key. So that was just a super bummer. There was all sorts of things I was not happy about. Alright, well, now we're going to be at a stage in this game where Jackal and Mage are going to be gaining levels a little bit before... Ooh, pardon me. Before Gary and Delph will. So, we're going to have that to deal with. Alright, real quick, even though I canceled out that last one. That's only 19. We got a shitload more to go. It's kind of a bummer. During the week, I want to play this game just like for fun, but because I'm dedicating myself to this game, I don't really want to be playing it through the week on things that I'm not going to be showing. Like, I don't want to start an earlier file of this game and start playing that with it. So I'm having to entertain myself with other video games to distract me from the fact that I can't play this during the rest of the week. Whatever, I canceled that last one again. We're so close. We're so close. But yeah, no, I've started playing because my best friend started playing for the very first time one of my favorite RPGs, which at some point I started playing it on my own, but I'm definitely going to show it as a playthrough because, I mean, it's not blind anyway, so it's not like it really matters, you know, how recently I played it, but who knows? Maybe a couple more years I'll want to replay it again. But my best friend's playing through Chrono Trigger, and it's weird, man. Every time I've heard the music in that game, I'm the one playing it. Sorry about that. Quick cut for me. Y'all got to see a picture of my son real fast. Lucky you. Lucky you. And my old dog. But other than that picture of my son that you guys just got to see, we have the rest of our items here. My cat's over here kind of clawing up the little throw carpet that we got in here that he likes to dig his nails into. That's pretty much what it's here for. The carpet is basically in here for a little scratching platform for him. Move, move, move. I'm going to resave my game, actually. Bro, get the fuck out of the way. Oh boy, no, 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 no. You skedaddle. Yeah, get out of the way. Alright, now I did that again. Obviously, I didn't need to heal, but I wanted to save after I got the items. So, regardless of what happens... Excuse me? The fuck is this horse shit? I'm basically gonna have to go and just heal again, because these guys decided to hit real fucking hard out of nowhere. The cat's looking at me like he wants to play. Sorry, kitty, I'm playing with something that's not you. I am playing with myself. Final Fantasy, dog. Don't look at me like that. But yeah, no, since, as I was saying, since my best friend's playing through Chrono Trigger, it's really weird to listen to all that music, you know, if I'm on the phone with him, to hear all the soundtrack of Chrono Trigger and not be the one playing it. So I'm kind of playing that. Alright, let's not run into, like, the hardest hitting squad in this entire area one step out of the village. That would be real cool. The main thing, like everybody else, I mean, I don't play very many new games, just because there's not really a whole lot that interests me. It's not like there's anything even wrong with new games. I'm not going to be some, like, I mean, I know I love retro games, and I love retro games more than old games. But I think it's just something that I, like, love. I don't think it's something intrinsic about, like, new games that's any better or worse inherently as devices of storytelling. It's whatever. But the only new game in modern gaming that I have played in the last 5 years have been 2 games. And that has been Breath of the Wild and Doom Eternal. And like most everybody else, I didn't have the first day pass because I didn't buy Doom Eternal, you know, right when it came out. I bought it after a minute. But I ended up buying the second DLC to Doom Eternal. And I'm almost done with that. I'm on, level 10 gonna be for Jackal and Mage. The other 2 punk asses are gonna have to wait. Oh, yeah. But those are the only 2 games I've played. And just downloading the new DLC for Doom Eternal. I'm at the 3rd out of 4 stages. Even though I think the 4th level is just a final boss battle. So I guess it might just be like the 3rd of 3 levels. And seeing the subsequent backlash from the community has been really fucking weird. Like, I get it. Playing through it, it's still harder than the base game. Like, there's still moments that in a lot of encounters I'm getting overwhelmed, and, you know, I'm not a fucking Doom expert. I can't play either new Doom or old Doom to that, you know, to really high proficiency. I'm not really that good. I haven't played any of them. I have played a couple of classic custom Doom WODs on classic Doom, but neither that nor Doom Eternal. We're gonna go up. I haven't gone up this way, but I haven't played. You know, I'm not an expert. Like, you watch some of these guys who are some of like those Doom Eternal experts, basically. Watching really good people play through Doom Eternal is like watching video game poetry. Like, that is how video games are supposed to be played. Problem is, I'm not very good at it. Jeez, where did all of Jackal's health go? Jesus Christ. But I'm not that good. I play on a PS4, so it's not like I'm playing on PC. I play with a controller. I'm trying to play like I played first-person shooters when I was a little kid. One's on console when I was like a young teenager and or like an older kid, young teenager, and I didn't know any better. I am playing Doom Eternal without aim assist on a console and on a controller. That's fun. I actually very much enjoy that extra little challenge for it. Oh boy. But seeing that the way the Doom Eternal fan base started coming out has been, can we call it disappointing? Is that a good enough word for it? I feel like that's a good enough word for it. Whatever it is we want to call it, the modern Doom community was very trash upon the release of the second DLC. Now, I haven't even finished it yet, and I agree. I wish it would have been harder. I do. I think that was a lot of the appeal of the base game all on its own and the DLC following it, was that difficulty was delicious. So I would have liked it to have been harder. And there is, in a perfect world, always room for them to make it so. There's always ways for them to go back and, you know, course correct the game and make it harder. But no, I don't want the goddamn loot. Go away. But it seems like from a lot of the fans, like the fact that, you know, the whole crew is working under the spell of COVID, that didn't really seem to matter or take into account. Everyone's complaining, these are just reskinned enemies. Like, bro, I play nothing but old games. All this shit is fucking reskinned enemies. Now, I understand, you know, maybe that's just because I have old tastes and sensibilities, but we all know that palette swaps are mainly used to save on time and money. And I don't know if anyone noticed, but we had a global pandemic just happen in the last year. I don't know if Doom Eternal fans, maybe because, you know, the base game came out and it was so fire that they actually didn't know that there was a pandemic out. And if that is the case, then fair enough. They just didn't know any better. But for everybody who does remember, there was a pandemic. So a lot of these people had to work from home. So to see that many people getting mad about things like a palette swap is a bummer. Now the difficulty, I understand. I understand being mad at the difficulty. Fair. But things like the color swap, like, come on. And the fact that people, like, you got the big reviewers on YouTube that kind of made their reviews being, some of them critical, some of them a little hyperbolic, but what really got to be bad about it was the fan base getting caught in the riot. Because, of course, you know, fans, little known fact, fans are stupid. And they fly off the handle for... Dope. Well, thanks. Oh, boy. And fans will fly off the handle for any old fucking thing. Oh, boy, I'm paralyzed. Who paralyzed me? I didn't get to see who did that. Okay. Crit. I'm cool with that. But, you know, Hugo Martin has done a real good job of always listening to the community, making sure that, to the best of his ability, fans' demands could be met. Come on. Someone hit him. To see people treat the effort of the new DLC almost as if it was something made by EA Sports, like by a game studio that clearly will do whatever it wants regardless of what its fans want or don't want. And then you get id Software, who does a pretty good job compared to most studios listening to fan demands and requests. And to see people jump down id Software like, duh, you ruined the series, bro. What the fuck? You ruined it with this DLC. You nerfed the first DLC and you made it shit. Like, come on, man. They even admitted that it was a bit of a corporate decision. And I don't like it. But the way that some people have reacted to it has just been fucking weird. It's one of those things where, like, for real, fans, I don't want to say they don't matter, because, like, I'm sure as artists, they want fans to come along for the ride. They hope they enjoy it, but ultimately, you can't really give a fuck what the fans want. Oh, we'll just say it that way. You cannot really give a fuck. Translated to music-wise, you know. Ooh, critical hit. I like that. And this guy's dead too? Perfect. But you look at music, you got the same thing. You got a band like Iron Maiden, which to this day, I like all of their albums. I've listened to all of their studio albums as they've come out. Well, not as they've come out. It's taken a few years on some of them. But I keep up with their new releases when they come out with them. I think their music is still to this day, as music, I think it's still very good. A big problem I have with it is it almost feels like in their quest to please their fans and give them what they want, they end up sounding, to put it nicely, they almost sound like a cover band of themselves, or like a tribute band to themselves. And that's critical hit. That's unnecessary. Thank you. But bands end up giving fans what they want, and that's an understandable, you know, feeling, but sometimes it doesn't always work out. Now, I was not really into their music in the later years. And by later years, I mean after their first two albums. But a classic example is Linkin Park. Linkin Park was, when I was 13, the first rock band that I had ever heard that was, I mean, most of the rock I grew up on was objectively better. Like, I grew up with my dad on Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Boston, Aerosmith, the Allman Brothers. Like, I grew up with a lot of the greats when it came to rock and roll. And that's well and good, and I think that's objectively better music than what Linkin Park made. But all of the rock music that I obviously heard from my parents was very different from what modern rock was, feel-wise. So I remember I was in a karate tournament out in New Orleans, and I was 13. And I remember hearing the song Breaking the Habit. And that was the first song that I had heard when I was 13 that had such a noticeable difference in like mood than anything I had ever heard before. And obviously now, you know, I can listen to, you know, extreme metal with the rest of them. Someone gonna kill this guy soon? Alright, and the other two jackasses caught up to level 10. Alright. But, regardless of what I think about their music or not, after, you know, going back and listening to Linkin Park, what was it, like a year and a half ago, I ended up, with my roommate, listening to their first three albums, Hybrid Theory, Meteora, and Minutes to Midnight. And going back, Hybrid Theory and Meteora, flames. I listen to enough underground metal, and I can safely say those two albums are still filled with bops. I don't care what nobody tells me. Those are fun fucking songs to listen to. They're enjoyable. They're good. I don't give a fuck what no one says. Minutes to Midnight and everything after, I really could not get into. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. More than fine. What I like is that as a band, there were a lot of active fans of Linkin Park who had the mindset of people like me, who always yelled at the band, "Oh, why don't you go back to playing your first two albums? Why don't you go back to your old sound? Why don't you go back to your old sound?" And for what it's worth, the band stayed true to what they wanted to do. If they didn't want to make that music anymore, they just didn't make it. And that was all there was to it. And looking at it as them being artists, I greatly respect that. I greatly respect that even when their entire fan base wanted them to do one thing, they continued to do what they wanted to do. And I think you really have to do that if you are anybody who does anything with regards to art. You really do. Alright, well, I don't know if there was anything else, but I think I actually did do everything in here. I explored everything. Fuck yeah. And now I can do this because I don't feel as bad. Because then we're going to leave. I'm going to go back to the village and heal. There was really no reason for me to be in here, but, you know, I didn't know that going into it, so what are you going to do? How dare you? How dare you? Fucking poison me, asshole. But that means I'm going to go back to the village, heal, save up, and then I'm probably going to cut this video, and then when I see you guys in a couple days, I will continue onto the castle northwest of Elfland. And then we'll go from there. But first, we got to get back to the village. Got a little extra experience. Everybody else got to level 10. Pretty good. Bum-ba-dum. There we go. Alright. I am trying to close the water bottle that I just took a drink out of with my left hand, and it is not working. Put the phone down. See what you guys made me do? You guys made me put my phone down. Hope you're fucking happy with yourselves over there. Alright. Cool. Let's get the fucking pointy hood out of here. Alright. Get out of here, trouble mage. But yeah, no, it's to circle it back to Doom. It really was disappointing that it seemed like all nuance with regards to how this year went. And I mean, people kind of seem to forget that because of the 1 year pass, id Software was, by contractual obligation, required to come out with the full 2 DLCs before the 1 year anniversary of the game. So this is kind of just what comes with the territory. And it sucks. I wish it could have been a little better than what it was. But I mean, I'm almost done with it. And for what it's worth, though, like, I paid $21 for it. I guarantee it, over the course of me playing that game, it is going to get more than its $21 worth of use out of it. So it doesn't really bother me too much. Now, if they ever patched it to make it, harder as the way that it should be, I think it would be fine. I think a big thing with that game, honestly, was just the fact that a lot of the arenas gave you a lot more breathing room to maneuver around. The last DLC had a lot more real close quarters encounters. And that made things quite a bit more difficult. And I loved it. Don't you think otherwise? Ooh, we're getting the alcohol burps. Ugh, gross. Ugh. No. You know what that means, right? 8 more shots after this. Oh, yeah. Not really. That means like 2 more and I'm about done. Either after this video or after the next video, I'm probably going to end up getting myself another bottle of water. Because, if you're going to be drinking alcohol, you got to be staying hydrated. You do not want to try drinking alcohol and having bad form. You have bad form, bad things happen to you. Over drinking on its own is bad form, though, so I also have to be... Oh, no. Not that noise. And the hood. Move, cheddar cheese wolves. I don't like you. Damn, 4 hits, 113. Oh no. Are we to the point where Gary's doing more damage than Dalf? Gary's doing more damage than Jackal? He's already doing more damage than Dalf. That goes without saying. Ooh, man. The monster has awoken. Alright, and we're back at Elfland. And just like that, we are basically going to end this video in exactly the same place that the last video ended. No! Okay, there we go. Finally. But yeah, we're pretty much going to end this video where the last one left off. Actually, no, I don't have to resurrect anyone, so it's not like it's going to take me any extra time. I'll just go in and heal real fast. There we go. But yeah, this can basically end where the last one did. Heal, save up, cut the video, and then we're going to go up to the northwest and see what's going on over there. Gone you are. And just like that, we are at the inn. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. If you guys like retro games, this is the place you're going to want to be. So like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys in a couple days. Take it easy, love you, and have a good week. Peace out.